Could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
పొగ తాగటం, మద్యం సేవించటం ఆరోగ్యానికి హానికరం. స్మోకింగ్, డ్రింకింగ్ ఇంజూరియస్ టు హెల్త్.
Respected Sri Anandvel sir, Director of Mine Safety, Electrical, Hyderabad, DDMS. అదేవిధంగా ఈరోజు మన ఈ సమావేశానికి వచ్చిన అందరి బెల్లంపల్లి ఏరియాలో పనిచేస్తున్న అందరు అధికారులకి, అదేవిధంగా ఏజీఎం తిరుమలరావు గారికి, రాజాజీ గారికి, విజయ్ కుమార్ గారికి అందరికీ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. ఐ విష్ ఏ గ్రాండ్ సక్సెస్ ఫర్ దిస్ వర్క్షాప్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Good morning to all. Good morning. Okay. So we will, I have already gone through your SMP. So during the review of his SMP, I have pointed out some points. I think that आप उस point को include करेंगे उसमें, and जो आपका mind के हिसाब से with respect to CHP, with respect to area workshop, with respect to the Kairagura open class project, will improve the SMP actually. So SMP ka, what is the purpose? Then I will have a small presentation. So what is the purpose of SMP? The purpose of SMP was that previously there was a prescriptive regulations. When that prescriptive regulation, there was a feeling from the industry or input from the industry that sir we can it is not suitable for my industry. We can have some more improved version of the safety. So that's what SMP brought a self-regulation. So since India is developing country, self-regulation, only self-regulation may not work immediately actually. It will take long time. So in 2017, so we have brought up the DGMS has brought up a hybrid model in which in CMR itself, they have put up a SMP class. So you have some prescribed regulation for minimum regulation to be followed in the industry, वो follow करना है. दूसरा है अपना खुद का कुछ डेवलप करना, आपका इंडस्ट्री के हिसाब से, हमारा इंडस्ट्री के हिसाब से, लाइक वी आइडेंटिफाई द एसेट्स, उसको रिस्क रेट करेंगे, फिर कंट्रोल एक्शन बनाकर अपना इंडस्ट्री के हिसाब से करेंगे करके देयर इज अ स्कोप. सो वैसे आप लोग भी बनाया, यू हैव मेड इट आल्सो एक्चुअली. सो सिंस द रेगुलेशन वाज ए रेडीमेड टाइप ऑफ थिंग, देयर इज अ प्रोविजन फॉर यू फॉर टू मेड ए टेलर मेड. आपका हिसाब से आपको एसएमपी को बनाकर आपका इंडस्ट्री सूट करेंगे and you follow the prescribed minimum regulations. It is a hybrid model. वो अभी 2017 से आ गया. I think SCCL has done a very good job in SMP framing SOP and so many things. But there is a similarity. There is a copy paste concept in your reviewing SMP. So it should be more brainstorming has to be done. बहुत करके इसको और भी अच्छा करना होगा. So we'll have a small presentation of SMP now. Introduction. So it is an integrated approach for implementing. इसमें दो ही स्टेप है, ओनली इट इज हैविंग ओनली टू स्टेप्स, हजार्ड आइडेंटिफिकेशन, रिस्क असेसमेंट, कंट्रोल एंड एक्शन प्लान. पहले हजार्ड को आइडेंटिफाई करना है, उस हजार्ड को रिस्क असेस, कितना रिस्क है, फिर उसके बाद कैसे कंट्रोल करेंगे, कंट्रोल करने के लिए क्या काम करना पड़ेगा, हु विल डू द वर्क, कौन कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, ऐसे इसको आगे बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. फॉर्मेशन ऑफ टीम, ये तो मालूम है आपको. देयर इज अ असेसमेंट टीम एंड फैसिलिटेटर. असेसमेंट टीम आप लोग रहेंगे. द फैसिलिटेटर टीम दैट मे बी फ्रॉम डीजीएमएस और फ्रॉम ए कॉलेज और फ्रॉम ए इंस्टीट्यूट आल्सो. यू कैन हैव ए थर्ड पार्टी. सर और भी आप हमारा एसएमपी अच्छा बनाने के लिए यू कैन टेक इनपुट्स ऑफ थर्ड पार्टी आल्सो. सो डीजीएमएस कैन आल्सो फैसिलिटेट थिंग्स. What is the potential hazards are identified, their underlying causes are found, those hazards are risk assessed and rated. First hazards are identified, क्या क्या hazard है मेरा माइंड में, उसको रिस्क असेसमेंट, कितना रिस्क है एक एक hazard में, फिर उसके बाद रिस्क असेस करके उसको रेटिंग करेंगे, व्हाट इज द मोस्ट रिस्क, व्हाट इज द कम रिस्क करके रेटिंग करेंगे एक्चुअली. कंट्रोल एक्शन प्लान, एक्शन फॉर रिमूवल ऑफ द hazard is identified, क्या करना उस hazard को दूर करने के लिए, what we have to do, time frame is fixed, कितना टाइम में करेंगे, delegated and this is very important aspect, delegated and distribution responsibility, that in prescribed regulations we keep some, there is a you can say there is a understanding or feeling in industry only statutory persons are responsible for any safety or something like that. So we want to break it here. We see that in framing the SMP, delegated different, all the persons, the work is totally delegated and distributed, every person will do a अपना अपना काम करेंगे, उस हिसाब से आगे बढ़ेंगे. So there is a scope that as per the organization structure काम को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कराकर काम करने के लिए SMP में स्कोप, ऐसे आप लोग भी आई थिंक यू हैव मेड इट, सो यू कैन फर्दर इंप्रूव अपॉन इट. Follow up, abhi just what we are doing a follow up inspection. Subsequent inspection of section will be carried out through a safety management plan. As when SMP will be reviewed periodically to cope up with current situation up to date. आपने आप बताया, सो यू हैव डन वन अच्छा रिव्यू भी किया एक्चुअली. आपका एक माइंड में यू एलिमिनेटेड वन hazards. There is a overhead line was crossing that in previous inspection of DGMS it was pointed out that that particular clearance was less actually. What you have done, you should have raised the clearance and put a guarding, or you can minimize, you should have minimized the hazard. But in that, in other case, you have gone further, you have eliminated that particular hazard, touching of conductor or snapping of conductor, you have made a cable of 12 meter clearance. So you eliminate, that is one example of what we have, how you have taken up the issue, how the hazard was eliminated in your own mind. I am taking an example of your own mind actually. Notable feature, hazard identification risk assessment should not be is once off nahi hai. Every time it is, suppose in CHP there is previously one overall line was coming, abhi overall line nahi hai, cable. So cable mein kya hazard ho sakta hai? It should be armored cable, properly mechanically protected, fire retardant cable, fire hoga to usko sustain karega, so fire protection system will be included. Like that you have to, it's a once off, agar ek hazard element hoga, dusra hazard input hoga, uska rate hoga, फिर risk assess hoga. So it will be dynamic document. But लेकिन इसमें क्या है, you should involve more people to design the SMP, electrician, electrical foreman, सबको involve करके even आपके SMP बनाना. That's why you make a good SMP actually. For an example of a brainstorming session है, it is one example where in a foreign country, in a beach, there was a, after eating ice cream, everybody was throwing the cup and making the beach very dirty actually. तो मेयर क्या किया था, उस सिटी का मेयर क्या, अरे यार ब्रेनस्टॉर्म, अरे यार तो पूरा बीच गंदा कर रहा है, क्या करना आपको, व्हाट वी हैव टू डू करके, नहीं लेट अस हैव ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, क्या करना. उनको एक आदमी ऐसे बता रहे, उनको मुंह में डाल देना वो कप को करके बोल दिया. अरे मुंह में कैसे डालेंगे, ऐसे ऐसे मजाक का बोल दिया करके. तो उसको ब्रेनस्टॉर्म होने नहीं, वी कैन गो फॉर ए कोन आइसक्रीम, वो भी कहा जाएगा करके एक्चुअली. सो उनको इनपुट द मुंह में डाल दे करके एक सरकास्टिक कमेंट था, बट उसी में एक पॉजिटिव नोट निकला एक्चुअली. So my meaning is brainstorming session में different comments will come, but if constructively you go for that comments, you will get a useful output for your problem. You get a good solution for your problem. In example case, hazard identification, lack of implementation of, आपको एक hazard इसको lack of implementation नहीं बोलेंगे. This is something like electrocution is the actual hazard. Electrocution is the actual hazard. आगे बढ़े please. So electrocution ka what is the problem for electrocution? Proper practice not inculcated, not proper supervision, negligence, these are all the causes. And one more cause was not following the proper shutdown procedure, also was a cause. Next, we have to risk score calculation is like this, consequence, likelihood, this is the scale for several dead, 5, 1 dead, 1, you have to multiply this. Probability, exposure and probability, you have to multiply this. This is the formula, risk score equal to consequence into probability into exposure. Next, this is the maximum score, likelihood is to 500. Next, so what action to be taken? We have to 100% implement the permit to work system as per IS 5216. इसमें अभी we have to, it was a previous slide, we have to add LOTO also. So to prevent that electrocution hazard, we have to implement the IS 526 permit system along with lockout and tagout system. Next, so time frame 3 months, respective official as per the organization chart. मैं statutory बोला नहीं, और chart के हिसाब से you have to fix the organization. Next. Thank you.
Our aim zero harm. Our aim zero harm. Our aim zero harm. Jai Suraksha. Jai Suraksha.